Hi, ThatPaulGuy. So you've moved your hard drive, or you've rearranged your computer, or gotten a new computer, or changed things, and now all of the games that you did have are on a different drive than what your new setup has. I.e., maybe you've got a new C drive, and all the games that you were saving are on a D drive, or you moved your old drive into your computer and you're moving things around, and it's becoming, say, your new D drive or E drive, or whatever the case is. Might sound like I've said this before, and I have in a previous video. For those of you on YouTube, you can watch it up here. I have mentioned that in a previous video, but today we're going to tackle two other launching engines. We're going to tackle the Origin from EA, and we're going to tackle Epic, and we'll see how you can move things around on those. Okay, so we're going to start with Epic because this one probably took me the longest to figure out, a little bit more confusing, but we're going to go ahead and swap this over. That's not going to do it, is it? We're going to swap it over to there. Okay, so now this, if you open up your Epic Games launcher, you can see there's several games in here, and these are the files that I've got so far. Please ignore the mess. I've moved it to a 6 terabyte drive. It's in the program files in the Epic Games folder. Now, I have still things I want to move. Roller Coaster Tycoon, we're going to move from this library file because it's a previous. I moved everything else and left this was an example. We're going to move this over to our new folder, which is actually the outside folder. Now, I could just cut and paste, but that's going to cause us some problems. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and go back to this. We're going to find Roller Coaster Tycoon. There it is. We're going to click Install, and it's going to ask us which folder we want to go to. This becomes important because it's going to ask you every time, and all you have to do is just make it sure it's directed to the correct folder for the games data and the program files and all that stuff. It's going to ask you where you want to install it. So as long as that's fine, as long as it's pointed to the new folder, you're not going to have any issues. So you go to install it. It goes right up here to the top of the queue. After about 2 or 3%, it's already got 9%. You can go ahead and click on it, pause it. We're going to say we're going to cancel the install. So cancel it. So now it's asking us whether we want to resume or not. We're going to go back to this folder. We're going to go into that library file where it was, and we're going to take it out of here. We're going to cut. We're going to paste it into the new folder. It shows up. Go back to here. And then if we go ahead and there we go. So we canceled the install. We moved it to the new folder. And then all we have to do is just resume. And now it's gone from trying to install to verify. So again, all you have to do is make sure that when you go to download something, you choose the file that is your new games file, wherever they are. Start the download, stop it, cancel it, move the game into the new folder, and click resume. It'll go to verifying, and then you won't have any problems after that. There are a few little things like Star Wars Battlefront also opens up in Origin, and a few other things that open up in other, like Grand Theft Auto opens in the Rockstar launcher. I didn't have any problem setting up the Rockstar launcher. None, zero. But I did have problems with Epic, and I had problems with the next one that I'm going to show you, which was the Origin. So the next one we're going to try to do is Origin. I've got the Origin folder. I've got the Origin launcher, EA Origin, and you can see where I've already tried to do a couple of them. I've already moved a few of them over. So we're going to go ahead and go to Origin, and then Application Settings, Installs and Saves. We're going to check to make sure that this is pointed to our new drive, which it is. And then the other installer is going to be in Program Data, so it's pointing to the right two folders now. And all I did was just set up a program file. It's a blank program files, and then the Origin Games folder on the new D drive. And so that's pointing in the right direction. We're going to go to My Games Library, and we're going to go ahead and try, say, this game here. It's going to pop up. It's going to ask us to make sure, hey, is this the right folder you want to download it to? As a matter of fact, that is the right folder I want to download it to. That's perfect. So, bam. And it sees it in there. And RIS is finalizing. Boom, we're good to go. It's complete. So, if I do that again, preparing, it should come up in a second. Ask me to make sure it's the right folder. Yep, that's the right folder. Boom, there you go. 100%. It's going to finalize it. It's going to give me my little icons over here, and it's done. So it's not as difficult as it might seem, but if you go looking on the internet and you go looking at how-tos and all this other stuff, there's some cases where it says with, I think Epic, I saw one where you had to uninstall it and reinstall, and for Origin it gave some other description that was all kinds of long and confusing. And really, it's just a matter of putting new games in your new folder. Go through and point, in Origin's case, point to the new folder, tell it to install the game. I'm trying to pick something quick here. I don't want to do Titanfall or it'll take forever. And I know that Apex Legends are done. So that, yep, there you go. Finalized. Boom, already sees it, already done, and now it's complete. So that's it for that. Again, the recap on Epic Games. You're going to have whatever folder you're going to put all your Epic Games in. In this case, I did have it in my library folder. I took it from the library folder. I was putting it in a new folder. And again, you saw me do that where I went to go load it. I paused the loading, canceled the download, moved from the old folder, the library folder in this case. I moved it to the main folder. I resumed it, and it automatically went to verifying and completing, and I didn't have to go through and try to delete any game engines or reinstall any game engines or anything like that. It was just a simple matter of trying to tell it where to go look for the new game. So I hope this helped. Steam is much easier. It's much better laid out. The instructions are much more clear, I should say. These two with the Epic and with EA Origin, they were very difficult because, like I said, even the websites for Epic and for EA tell you to do other things that aren't really necessary. All you have to do is just what I showed you, and it's a pretty easy process. It takes longer to set the folder up than to actually, and it does take a little bit sometimes to transfer the files, but just verifying or whatever. But that was by far much easier, and we've done that in less than 10 minutes here, trying to move a couple of games over. If you have any other difficulty, leave some comments down there for me. I'll try to help you out. If it helped you at all, leave me a thumbs up. If you're more confused than ever, I guess you can, thumbs down, but let me know why you did that. And so, especially if I can help. If you know somebody else in the same jam, be sure to share it with them because it might help them keep from pulling all their hair out as well. And like I said, again, up there for the Steam video, I'll go ahead and leave a link to that for the YouTube folks, but I will leave descriptions down below. So once again, as always, folks, you're welcome to like, dislike if you got to, leave me some notes or comments, share with others if you want to, and until next time, I'll see you later.